let's move on with some questions that you guys had right here. If you have some more, obviously in the comments right now on the video. But in the meantime, on YouTube, we had Oibaf 1420 Go that say, "Hi there, do you have any information on the Paparoa Track and have you been to this area?" All right, so the Paparoa Track is actually not open just yet. It is going to be New Zealand's 10th Great Walk and will open in October 2019. We are recording that in the end of February 2019, so we are quite a few months away. However, there are quite a lot of information that start trickling out through the tourism industry. We have received some press releases about it. We have seen a lot of information about it. So yeah, we thought that would be a good idea to actually go through a bit of a rundown about what we know so far about the Paparoa Track, which is going to be New Zealand's 10th Great Walk. Yeah. The first thing that you have to know is it's opening in October 2019. It is on the West Coast region and goes from the town of Punakaiki, which is where are the world famous pancake rocks, and goes down to the town of Blackball, which is in kind of the middle of the thick rainforest of the west coast of New Zealand.
And that's on the South Island.
Yeah, it's on the South Island. And Laura, do you want to go with a few information?
Yeah, so the total length of the trail is going to be about 55 kilometers. So in terms of how long that's going to take you when you're hiking, that will be about 2 to 3 days. But the really awesome thing also about this track is that it's actually going to be the first Great Walk. Actually, that's not you can actually bike another Great Walk, but only in winter. So there's going to be the first all year round Great Walk where you can actually mountain bike. And if you're going mountain biking, that will take you about 1 to 2 days to complete it. And just to bear in mind that it's actually a grade 4 mountain biking trail. So the grades for mountain biking in New Zealand start from 1 being the easiest and 5 being the hardest. So grade 4, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge.
Brilliant. I mean, literally on the Department of Conservation website, which is the people that make the track, they say that most bikers will want to get off the bike in multiple sections along the way. So especially on day 1, it is going to be a really tough bike ride. So just keep that in mind when you actually decide like, oh yeah, that sounds really fun and everything. It is going to be a tough one for at least the first day.
Yeah, so just to conclude, it will be a all year round dual trail, meaning that you can hike it and you can bike it.
Yeah.
And also bear in mind that, as Robin said, it starts in Punakaiki and ends in Blackball. So it is a one-way track and you will have to get transport in order to get either back to the start where you park your car or, back to your chosen accommodation. But just to give you an idea of what the gradients are like on this hike, on day 1 there is a lot of uphill that's going to be getting you up into the higher regions of the Paparoa National Park, and then on the next couple of days after that it's mostly downhill, so you do have time to breathe and it's a little more easygoing after that tough
So just to make it clear, the first day is about 6 to 8 hour walk according to the Department of Conservation. It's about 20 kilometers and that is going to be the hardest section of the walk because you're mostly going uphill, and then after that downhill and it's fun.
Yeah. So there is a side track to the Paparoa Track, which is going to the Pike 29 Memorial. And this is actually a memorial for a mining disaster that happened in the area. So you do this extra track, which is 11 kilometers and 5 hours one way. So it is a little bit of a mission of a side track, but this takes you to a memorial where there's a bit of an information sign telling you about the disaster that happened there. And also, I mean, it's an extra day pretty much to your hike, which is super scenic and allows you to spend more time in the beautiful Paparoa National Park. Are there any other things that you would like to add to that, or
you have to organize transportation? Did you
yeah,
say
I've
that?
said about that.
Cool. There are huts along the way. Now the huts will be renovated for the new track, so it's going to be more like it's going to be the best kind of huts that you will get on a Great Walk in New Zealand, which is really good. Now, if you're watching this video 10 years from now, it's not going to be anymore the best kind of hut you're going to find. But at opening, it's usually really cool to go to like brand new facilities and everything, and that it's really awesome. Now, Oibaf was also asking about the area over there. So now, we have been obviously in the west coast of New Zealand many times. It's an amazing place in New Zealand. And the first thing that I want to mention, and did you start talking about the weather or not yet?
No, not yet.
So the first thing that we need to start talking about is the weather, and that's going to affect your hike a lot. If you thought that planning your hike in the Fiordland National Park, talking about the Rootburn track or the Milford track, will be a bit intense. Planning it in the west coast of New Zealand, where the average rainfall every year is 6,000 millimeters, which is a lot. It is gonna be absolutely inconsistent weather. So on the west coast of New Zealand, ton of rain and absolutely little to no warning about it. So you need to be ready with some really good rain gears, no matter what. Even if it's you in the middle of summer and we are in a drought, it can happen on the west coast. So that's the first thing that I want to mention. It's so important to be very well prepared, especially for a hike like that. Despite the fact it's a great walk, it's still going to be extremely remote, and help is actually at least a day's walk away.
Yeah, absolutely.
So weather. Yeah. Now the rest of the area, it's absolutely stunning. I mean, the west coast has amazing rainforest with beautiful nikau palm trees, which are those stunning kind of half palm tree, half fern. It's such a unique look. I really do like it. There is some gorge, some valleys, and some streams at the bottom. It feels like very Jurassic. It's kind it's kind of those walk where you feel like you're literally walking into Jurassic Park movie. It is really amazing. There could be a dinosaur jumping out of a forest at any point, and you will not be surprised. You will be, and you should run, but you will not be surprised. So it looks absolutely stunning, and it's something which is really, really glorious to spend time in. We really do love this area. The great thing as well is that it starts in Punakaiki, which is almost like a place where almost everybody goes. Everybody drives through that road, stop at the same Pancake Rocks, and does that. So there are going to be facilities that can be very easy to use. You're going to be able to park. You're going to be able to camp, and there is going to be shuttle that are going to bring you back to your car when you finish with your hike. So it's going to be an extremely accessible hike, rather than there's many places where you actually have to literally take a shuttle on the way in and on the way out, and it can be a bit of an intense process. But this hike is going to be extremely easy to access.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to mention is that it's on the west coast, so for the sunset, it's one of the best place to be. So you're going to be on top of beautiful mountain ridge, hanging out in your hut after your long hike, and you'll be able to relax and look at those amazing sunsets, overseeing the beautiful Paparoa National Park and seeing stunning sunsets. So I mean, it is one of the most beautiful area of New Zealand for sunset. Hell, it's only a few kilometers away from Hokitika, which is world famous for its sunset. So it is going to be absolutely glorious. It is going to be a crown jewel of the west coast. I just can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. From the top of those mountains as well, you'll see amazing sunsets. I'm absolutely sure. So I think that is pretty much the Paparoa Track covered for now. But like we said, it does open in October 2019, and I think we'll definitely be going to check it out when it's open.
We kind of have to.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this one. So that is that question. If you do have any more follow-up questions to that, make sure you put it in the comments or in the live chats and let us know and we can answer that for you. We also have more information on BackpackerGuide.NZ and an article about the Paparoa Track, which we keep constantly updated. So we'll link that up in the description below as well when we do the rebroadcast of this video.